Hi everyone, and welcome to your Mermaid Energy reading. Before we get started, I'm going to give you a bit of insight as to what Mermaid Energy is and how to work with that energy. I have been doing this for the past couple of readings that I've been doing with Dragon Energy, also with the Unicorn Energy, and now with Mermaid Energy, because we know what fairy energy is for the most part. We've been working with that for a while. We also know what it's like to work with our guides, our ancestors, angels, animal spirits, etc. So I just wanted to bring in some different energy to work with. It's all equally important and all very helpful, and they help us to grow and evolve in different ways. For the Mermaid Energy, I have a couple of deck books here. One is by Karen Kay, and I'm just going to give you just a little bit here of what she had to say. Mermaids are elemental guardians of the sea. They love and care for all creatures and plants that are part of their ocean home. Mermaids have a deep connection with dolphins and whales, as these creatures are recognized as the wise elders of the sea. Often referred to as mythical, mermaids have appeared in many legends over the years. In reality, mermaids do exist, and they wish to share their watery wisdom with the human realm. And then she talks a brief bit about watery wisdom here, okay? So mermaids dwell in the water, and the water is directly related to the emotions. Emotion equals energy in motion. Emotions can run very deep, just like the sea. So it is a very useful tool when it comes to matters of the heart, as emotions are likely to have a strong influence over your thoughts and actions. Okay, so mermaids hear that energy coming to work with matters of the heart and emotions, okay? And then I also wanted to bring forth from Oracle of the Mermaids deck, from Lucy Cavendish, signs that the mermaids are with you. So again, they're here and working with their energy. You may hear the sound of water, a little like a seashell is being held to your ear, even though no shells are near you. You may feel a growing concern for and connection to the creatures of the oceans and the waterways of the world, and feel like you must absolutely get into water, even if it's just to have a long, lingering bath each day. You may find yourself wearing colors of blues and greens, of coral and pearl, and find yourself singing songs without words to them from time to time. You could feel great love for others, have an urge to grow your hair very long. Swimming and forms of exercise that take place in the water may call you, as will places on the planet where the mermaids love to dwell. They can often come to you in your dreams, and your emotions may surge up under the influence of them. Dreams of Atlantis, Lemuria, shape-shifting into sea creatures, or great journeys across or underwater, or to sacred islands of the Celtic lands may also surface when the mermaids are seeking to reach you, to heal emotions, and encourage you to enjoy your experience as a human being this lifetime. They also love it, just so you know, as I read in both of the books, it was a repeated message, actually. One thing that they absolutely love for you to do is to help clean and maintain beauty around the shorelines and in the bodies of water, like oceans, the Great Lakes, rivers, streams, pond, and to respect the water. So with that being said, let's get into your pile selection. Okay, so we have for pile 1, Amazonite is your crystal. Pile 2 is Apatite. And pile 3 is blue Pistachio Calcite. I'll just hold them up here. So blue Pistachio Calcite, pile 3. Apatite, it's beautiful, is for pile 2, and Amazonite is for pile 1. All right, let whatever pile or crystal calls to you help you make your choice, and I will see you in your reading. Hi, Pile One, and those of you who chose the Amazonite as your crystal, this will be your mermaid energy reading. So what we're going to do is have an overall energy card, which is be insightful and established. We have 3 tarot, which I will read at the end with a couple of other oracle cards. And we'll get into right now these oracle cards. Okay, and just so you know, I did do a quick talk or blurb, as I like to call it, on what mermaid energy is. That is in a timestamp in the description box if you want to go back and listen to that. So, pile one, first card out we have, or sorry, I guess it would be second, divination. Okay. Dive deep. All right. And then I have these two. I kind of put them together because they're from the same deck. We have the Triton and we have the Hourglass Dolphin. Okay, I just want to see. I want to make sure that's, you can see that in here. We'll move this over a little bit. Okay. Well, first off, I'm going to say pile one, I think that you are high priestesses, maybe. Okay, just because of feminine energy here. Divination, diving deep. Maybe this is a message, pile one, for you to start really tuning in and to start being guided by your intuition, okay? By your all-knowing self, by your higher self, by your inner high priestess. I'm just thinking of the tarot, right? And being able to go down deep. It reminds me of Scorpio. Being able to dive down deep and really go in and look for that change, look for that guidance, and then come back out knowing what it is that you have to do. And maybe for you, pile one, some of you, well, actually, before I get into that, let's look at what the overall energy is. So we have be insightful and established, ground and rebalance your energy, bring your awareness into the now rather than allowing it to occupy the past or the future. Okay. All right. So I want to say that when your energy is not in the present, it's very hard to connect intuitively. And I know this as a fact for myself. When you're caught up in what has happened or what you want to happen, you're not actually in the moment, and therefore your intuition isn't, as I like to say, firing on all cylinders. Okay. So I think that's something, pile one, that you may need to be working on. That's the message that they're bringing through for you, right? Really tap into that intuition. And it may require you doing a bit of a deep dive to really figure it out. Maybe for some of you even too, this just came in. Maybe you've been thinking about, I don't know, doing mediumship, doing tarot, doing other forms of divination, and you are unsure right now. You're not really sure what route to take. Go within, and the answers will be there. All of our answers are within. Okay, so that might be for some of you. I want to go over to these cards here. Now we have your aim rather than your desire is your real doctrine. I love that. And your achievement is only a matter of time. Yeah, okay, so I really feel like that's tying back into maybe some of you that this is new for you, okay? There can be two scenarios here. I'm going to go with the first one, which is this is new to you, and you are maybe starting to do some study on any of the different divination tools that there are out there. And this is just a message to know that you will achieve, okay? you will achieve that dream. And I'm going to tie it into this because it says your aim rather than your desire is the real doctrine. So this is something you've wanted to do. Maybe it's something you've been dreaming about, but taking the action and starting to study and learn about it, because you need to study and learn. Even if, I read cards both ways. I read them by what they say because I think the messages that come out on the cards are important. That's why we pull them. I don't know, it's the way the messages come out. I don't think that the writing on the card should be ignored, but you can also read intuitively as well. Okay. And you need to take action, but you still need to study. Sorry, that's where I was going with this. You still need to study. Okay. You still need to learn about it. Yeah. So that's all I'm going to say about that right now. Let me just see what else. And maybe by using your intuition, you are going to establish a divination practice for yourself, right? You will achieve that. You will achieve it. And because this hourglass is laying on its side, right? It's not upright. It means there's no rush. You take your time. You learn and gain the knowledge on your own timeline, in your own time. There's no rush. There's no set time here that you need to learn that in. All right. So I think that's important. And I just love this because this just reminds me, right? He's blowing into the little, or into the shell here. And it's like charging straight ahead, right? Taking aim. It's like the Knight of Wands or the Eight of Wands, right? Like going for it. So that's what I'm going to say for the main reading here of your oracle cards. It can be a few different things for different people, but I do really feel like if you're new at this is something that you need to really go within, figure out what it is that you want to do, and then you take aim and you do it, and just know that there's no rush, okay? Or if you're someone who's already a medium or a tarot reader or very much into spirituality and the esoteric, then this just may be a reminder for you. You can continue to learn. You can continue to keep finding new ways of doing things. So once again, even for you, take that deep dive within. Go into your all-knowing, I keep saying high priestess or your higher self, okay? And get that, pull that wisdom out. Rely on your intuition, your gut telling you what it is that you need to do to move forward. All right, let's take a look here at the tarot cards and see what they have to say. Confirmation, clarification. Okay, we have Eight of Cups. I like that because it ties in. We'll talk about each one. Oh my God, the High Priestess. Okay, perfect. Okay, speaking of intuition, and the Five of Swords. All right, so how do these cards tie in? Well, one, if this is something new for you, it's going to be walking away from really embracing your spirituality or really embracing your new way of life is going to mean walking away from what it is that you know right now. You don't walk away from it completely. We're still human beings. We're still here on earth. You're still living here, going through the day to day, but you can leave behind what's no longer serving you because you're moving maybe onto your path here. This could be you moving onto your path and getting established on a new path and a new way of being, a new life, possibly. And we were talking about the High Priestess with that diving deep look. The All Priestess is all knowing. So, and it's all within you. So that's awesome. And then we have Five of Swords. So what is it maybe that you have been battling and need to let go of because you're having, I'm going to say deep and insightful calling to this work. And you've been fighting it maybe. And you could be fighting it for many reasons. What will people say? What will people think? Doesn't matter what people say or what people think. Okay, the Five of Swords, we can relate that. I believe it's to Aquarius, right? You can come out and march to the beat of your own drum and not worry, right? If you've been battling, the thoughts of what are people going to say. Look, I'm battling it and I don't mind it at all. I will stand up every day for this mermaid energy. So, you know what? Moving on and living a life that is positive and introspective and, I don't know, just feeling like you're helping somehow, that you're helping the planet, that you're helping the collective somehow is wonderful. Look, doesn't mean that you still don't have bad days. Of course you do. But if it feels like a purpose, it feels like a purpose. If it feels like a calling and it's what you're called to do, to me, it's no different than being called into the priesthood or being called to be a minister or being called to be a nurse or a doctor. Healers, right? They're healers too. This is just healing in a different way. And we are talking about emotions. So maybe you want to get into this type of work, or you're doing this type of work already because you are a healer. You're being called to be a healer in this particular way. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say about that, pile one. I believe that that is an awesome message for you. I hope that it resonated. I'm going to pull a couple of more oracle cards here just to see if there's any additional messages that want to come out here from the mermaids. I love that because when I was doing the overall energy, it's about the emotion, right? It's that healing. And maybe you want to be helping to heal the emotion of the collective. And you may be doing it just in I read this in something else just recently. Maybe it was my other read. Empathy, please. There's more beneath the surface. Hello, deep dive. That card just flipped out for a reason. So I love that. It's the empathy. You want to help, how heavy life is for people at times, and you just want to bring them emotional healing. Okay, I also want to pull one more. Let's get one more card here. These are beautiful messages. And this is such a bright, cheery card. I think I've been sitting here smiling the entire time just because it's in the corner of my eye, and I can't help it. It's just beautiful. And just get yourself grounded down in your emotions, right? You need to do that, especially if you're an empath. Oh, whoops, 2 minutes. Actually, no, they came out. Allow, may you soften into what is. What have we been talking about, right? May you soften into what is. Don't worry. Actually, I'm going to kind of put that here. Don't worry about what others are going to think and battling with your own emotions over, well, like I said, worry about, can I do this? What are the consequences? What are people going to think? You know what? Walk away from that type of energy. 2, we have held. May you feel the ocean's caress. Know that your mermaids are with you, okay? You can call on them too to help you with this as you move through it. And last, here, present, may you sense each shiver of the surf. I love that too, right? It's being present. We said right here, bring your awareness into the now. Don't don't be in the past. Don't be in the future. Be in the present. So those are just confirmation cards. This is absolutely great, pile one. I hope that this resonated with you somehow. It will be different for each person. But yeah, I just thank you for being here with me. It was my pleasure to do this reading. I really, really liked it. I will see you next time. Hi, pile two, and those of you who chose this blue apatite or apatite crystal, absolutely gorgeous. I don't know, it's just gleaming here. I'm not sure if you can see that, but regardless, this is the crystal you chose, so it means something to you. Let's get right into your reading. So, overall energy, we have rediscover your zeal. Love it. 3 tarot cards we will save for the end with a couple of other oracle cards, okay, for confirmation, clarification, a message. Just going to move this up just a wee bit. All right, let's get started. We have Wave of Power. We have the Future. Okay. We have the Siren. And the Gray Whale. Okay. Overall energy, rediscover your zeal. Pay attention to the passion you are feeling for discovery, learning, exploration, spirituality, travel, your work, or your relationship. Passion and desire go together, especially as inspiration. Popping in right now, I'm getting 2 things. One, this feels very Sagittarius, and it also feels very Aquarius, okay? So, right, that Sagittarian energy, 9th house energy, wanting to learn and discover spirituality, travel, right? But then the Aquarius part kicked in for me where it was saying discovering, learning, exploration, inspiration. And then the Future card here, right? I saw the Future card and I'm like, oh, that's very Aquarian energy, right? Always forward thinking. They're the inventors, the people who think outside the box. They march to the beat of their own drum. So that's what I feel this message is going to be for you, pile two. This is something about you. I don't know, maybe in your life you need to head out and do something on your own. You are a creator. You are, you need to create. You need to invent. I don't know. Maybe you're very much into technology. All right. Or it could be the Sagittarius part where you just want to learn more about spirituality. You want to travel to new places, see new things, learn about different cultures, ways of life, ways of living. That's what I really feel. I feel very excited. And there's this red in here too, right? Sagittarius, the fire. And I feel like yellow for air. I always associate yellow with air for, well, one for one. For Aquarius, yeah, that's what I'm kind of picking up here. And then we have Wave of Power, a surge of power, upswing in energy, exhilarating movement. Yeah, it's like you want to go. And a 42, 4 and 6, I think of the 6 of Swords, right? It may be technically moving from rough to smoother waters, but for me, it's just the movement, right? You want to move. You want to go with the flow of your life. Oh, I'm really liking this. And then we have 14 and 32, which both makes 5, which is change. You want to change something up in your life. I don't know what this is, but you are definitely motivated, right? This wave of power. You are feeling the motivation to get moving, to start building a new foundation for yourself. And then we have the Siren. In the treasure of a day, light is thrown on what could be tomorrow. Oh my God. Okay. Could barely read that. It's the printing's so small and I'm getting old. But anyway, the future, right? That's talking about the future, right? Light is thrown on what could be tomorrow. That means forward thinking, looking forward. Sagittarius, big picture thinking. Oh, and I feel very excited while I'm reading this too. It's a very excited energy coming in from the mermaids on this, because they're all about emotion, right? And this is emotionally very exciting. Okay, and then we have the gray whale. To give and receive genuine love brings a gift of happiness. And I just want to say, interpret that. What's coming in is, if you give of yourself with genuine love, if you're doing something you're passionate about, you'll receive happiness back in, right? You know, for a lot of, I'm just thinking of motivational speakers, like, if you're doing what you love, it'll never feel like a day or like you've ever worked a day in your life. Or there's many different ways people say it. But that's what I feel like this card is with the gray whale. You know, if you're doing what you love, if you're creating, if you're exploring, if you're learning about all of these different things, it's going to bring such happiness to your life. And that's what I'm feeling right now. Really happy. I don't know how else to describe it. Very exciting. Okay, let's bring out the tarot and see what the tarot has to say to go along with this. Okay, first out we have the Hanged Man. Love it. We have King of Swords. And the Page of Swords. All right. Well, right there we have that swords energy of the mind, of thought, of thinking, right? Well, I want to say learning. It's air. That's the Aquarian, right? Wanting to, I don't know, just learn and communicate in different ways. And it's intellect, right? It's that smarty pants. I think of technology and that, and just the way that's all advancing. And I think smarty pants, you know, it certainly isn't me. But, you know, it's certainly for some of you, pile two. I don't know what it is that you do or what adventure it is that you need to go out on, but there's something. And it's, you know, when I think of the King of Swords, I just, you know, I think of that. Well, I think of Aquarius is what I think of. And even with the page, right? New ideas, new ways of thinking, new ways of doing things, innovation. It just all falls into that. And with the Hanged Man, it's looking at things from a different perspective, you know, like, how could I change this up? Or to learn about, like I said, traveling, learning about new cultures, seeing things from a different perspective, different from what you're used to. Oh my God, this is an awesome message. I'm feeling inspired right now to do something. I don't know what, but if I gave it a little bit of thought, maybe I could come up with something. Really great, pile two. Like, I am loving this. I'm going to just tie this up. Let's do the couple of oracles here. And I think this is just something that you need to hear. This may just be confirmation for some of you, pile two, that whatever it is that you've been thinking about with this overall energy, this is your message to start or to go or to move. It's movement. You have to start. Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. What else? Anything else from the mermaids? Okay. That one just came out. Change. Know when to move to a new shell, especially if yours no longer fits. Oh, that is the Aquarian marching to the beat of their own drum. Yes, right? That is all of this, right? Maybe if your beliefs, your philosophy, I mean, everything, it changes, right? So when something no longer fits, move it to a new shell. I love that. Oh my God, that's probably one of the best cards ever. I just want to giggle. Okay, and one last card here. The other pile three come out. I mean, I have no control, but it is what it is. And if it feels like they should be there, then they stay. but the goal is to have one anyway. All right. And out came two for this one. So first card is fluid. May you shift and transform. Okay. I just, when these things happen in readings, I'm just like, I have nothing else to say. And wild. May you express all that you are. That's right. You march, you little Aquarian energy, you. You get out there, you little Sagittarius, and you go. So that's what I think of, right? Just flowing, being fluid, being able to just move, to shift, transform, to create. Ingenuity just is coming. And express all that you are. I just love it. Anyway, pile two. Look, I'm sorry that my emotions were very ramped up in this. I was very excited. This is just a very happy and exciting reading. So whatever it is that you've been thinking about, go do it. You must. All right. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it. And I'll see you in your next reading. Hi, pile three, and those of you who chose the blue pistachio calcite, this is your mermaid energy reading. And I have to say, I just finished up pile two, of course, and wow, I feel like I'm telling you this for a reason, pile three. I don't know, but you may want to check that out. You may also want to check out, I left a timestamp for what mermaid energy is and just working with them. It's a lot about your emotions, okay, because it's watery. So you may want to check into that. But first off, let's get started with your reading here, okay? But like, I just have to say one more time, pile one, pile two, really great readings. I love the energy that's coming in here for this. And I'm excited that I'm starting to do readings. I've started a while back. This is my second one, maybe. I don't know if it's my second or third. Bringing in different energies, because we have more energy and counsel and guidance that we can count on. We know we have our spirit guides. We know we have our ancestors, our spirit animals, God, divine universe. We know we have archangels, guardian angels, etc., our fairies. But we also have dragon energy. We have mermaid energy. We have oh my God, my last reading, and I just can't remember what it was. Unicorn, see? Long day. Unicorn, right? We have many different energies we can pull on for guidance and help. And so I'm excited to bring this to you. Anyway, I just felt that I had to say that, pile three. Overall energy is take note. Ooh, okay, I like that. 3 tarot cards will go at the end with a couple other oracles. And let's look at these cards here. So first off, we have water flight. We have go with the flow. Okay, I just like take note, go with the flow. Oceanus and the porpoise. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm just looking at the numbers because I've been drawn to the numbers in some of these readings. So one thing we have here is a 5 change. Okay. We have a 3. That's communication. All right. We have a 10. It's the ending. So let's go to overall energy. Take note. Your answers are being given to you. Quieting external voices and excessive noise will give you the chance to hear what is being offered. So for you, pile 3, I feel that maybe something has you stagnant, something is holding you back. And the reason is quieting external voices and excessive noise will give you the chance to hear what is being offered. And we've got here water flight, where it said heaviness, burdens are cast away, weightlessness. And I feel like by listening to your inner guidance, your emotions, your intuition, this is all watery, right? You are going to hear what is being offered to help you lift away whatever heaviness is holding you down right now. And then we come over here to the porpoise, and it's like a 10, right? 10s are endings. And it says working for something and expecting the opposite will discourage it from happening. So whatever's been happening in your life, and it's kind of doing things one way, expecting, or doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result, I guess maybe is a way you could say it. And what that's doing is it's weighing you down, okay? It's not allowing you to go with the flow. All right, weightlessness, to go with the flow. We've got a lot of blue and aqua here. This is all very, moving with the flow of everything. And then we have Oceanus here, which is following your heart with enduring hard work creates success. So could this be about, literally about your job? Maybe for some of you. It could be hard work within your family unit, right? Just trying to get your family going with the flow, all right? Instead of, like I said, doing things one way and doing the same things over and over and expecting a different result. It's kind of weighing you down. So yeah, I mean, it's going to be different for each one of you. So you apply it to the area of your life, whether it's work, whether it's family. It could just be personally. What is it that's going on that's keeping you held down so that you just can't move with fluidity throughout your life, right? Throughout your day to day. Maybe you've just been working too hard and thinking that that's, again, very rigid. That's the way it needs to happen. But things aren't happening. You're doing the hard work, but there's the way you're doing it, maybe, again, it's actually discouraging success, I guess, basically, is what this is trying to say, right? So you need to take a moment, take a beat, take a break, take a breath, and realize that change needs to happen, but you have to stop and listen. You have to be calm. You have to be willing to be fluid. And when that happens, burdens are cast away. That heaviness will be lifted. Let's get into the tarot and see what else. Pile 3, like I said, this will be different for everybody, different situations in your life. Okay? Could even have to do with health, maybe. That just kind of popped in. So it could have something to do with your health. And that could be physical, emotional, mental, really. Or like I said, it could be with your family or with work. I feel like it's different for everyone, because when I'm asking, it's not giving me one specific, like sometimes when you're doing a reading and those different things will come in, and then you'll actually intuitively be given, no, it's actually, let's focus on this, but it's not. So I think this pile 3 is a message that's going to be literally different for everyone. It's not going to be focused on one specific area. Okay, let's go with tarot here. What do we have? Okay, I love this. I love the way this just synchronicity. Okay. Okay. 5 of Cups, right? 5 of Cups, feeling forlorn, feeling down in the dumps, feeling so heavy that you But I just love the way she's holding like the little sea lion, maybe. Kind of hanging on for dear life because everything is so heavy right in the moment with whatever your situation is that you know there's 3 spilled cups over here. You don't even want to look at them. You most certainly are not looking around behind you to see the 2 cups that are still full, which is hope, or the lighthouse that's lighting up over here, or the lit houses over here in the distance where you could go to be rescued, so to speak. It's almost like needing to be rescued, right? Having the burdens cast away. So I love how this is tying in, especially right here with this card. It's perfect. And then what is temperance? In this particular card, it looks like it's like a fiery, I don't know. It's just magical, actually. It's like a magic energy going back and forth. But sometimes with temperance, we see we want the balance, right? We need things to balance out. And one way for things to balance out is to go with the flow. So I love the way that card has come in. And the fact that we know, and I was talking about that if you take the time, you calm, you listen, you hear, how can these burdens be lifted? How can I start doing things in a different way so that I am able to see results, right? Rather than feeling heavy by it, doing the same thing over and over again, to change things up, to let go of that, to change things up and finding success, right? Doing the hard work and finding success in it. Oh, I love that. And it will bring you the sun. It will bring you happiness. The sun, happy card of the deck, of the tarot deck, right? The happiest card of the tarot deck. I just love the way this is going. So I'm feeling for you, pile 3, because I feel that somewhere in your life, like I said, different for everyone, there is something that is heavy and weighing you down right now that's not allowing you to be successful, go with the flow. But the other part of this message is you let that go. You get things balanced out in your life, and the success and happiness will come. As I always say, there may be some hard work in here. It may be a bit of a challenge and a bit of hard work, but I don't think you're afraid of the hard work, okay? Because it says here, hard work creates success. You're not afraid of it. It's just to get moving and to make the change. That's going to be the tough part. All right, so that is your message, pile 3. Know that this is doable. Yeah. The hard work, working towards something. But you have to listen. You have to listen to your intuition, okay? You have to hear what's being offered to lift the heaviness and get the burdens off of you so that you're no longer feeling like the 5 of Cups here. All right, let's see what else we have. Okay, Strength came out. Stay afloat and feel steady and calm. Right? Stay afloat. Not like it's a battle of treading water where you keep going down, right? Steady, calm down, listen. Okay, love how that came out. So ties in with everything else on the table here. Let's get one more. Oh, out came 2. Oh, I've been asking for 1 and I've been getting 2 or 3. So clear. May you see things as they are. Ties into this, right? Which was working for something and expecting the opposite will discourage it from happening. You need to see it clearly. You need to see it clearly. And when you see it clearly, the hard work starts paying off. And bliss, may you feel deeply and transcend. Okay? Coming out of the depths, up to the top, up to the surface, going with the flow. But you need to go within. You may have to do a bit of deep dive and soul searching here. All right? but all can be done. So pile 3, this is your reading. I really loved it too. Look, the mermaids have had really awesome messages, and I'm so happy that you were joining me for this. I appreciate your time, and I will see you in your next reading.